premise of Killing Floor 3 is to obliterate Zeds while having fun with you and your friends.
It's a very exciting, fast-paced, wave-based shooter. You can just jump in, kill a bunch of enemies really quickly, and feel good about yourself.
I think it's about feeling really afraid or challenged in a safe space. It's kind of like a roller coaster. You want to feel danger, but you're actually not in danger.
There's moments of brevity from the characters and the way that they interact with each other to offer those lighthearted moments.
In Killing Floor 2, we were able to have blood anywhere in the world.
In the past, you could not paint Zeds, you could not paint specialists, you could not paint weapons. It had to be baked, which meant that it had a process that would go through and analyze the whole map and then say, these are all the areas and this is how blood could be applied to it.
We switched to Unreal 5 because we wanted to be on the latest tech.
So all of the Zeds, all the specialists, all the weapons can now also have blood splattered all over them in a persistent way. You should definitely expect better blood in KF3 because it's going to be 12 times higher resolution than what it was in KF2.
Being able to bring that fidelity to the table, it's just Christmas morning every day. I love it. Our weapons are very much grounded in reality. They're pushed a little bit into the future. We try to make them believable and realistic and iconic.
Every bullet hole that hits the character stays there permanently.
And when you shoot a Zed in the center of the torso, his body rips in half.
We want it to be impactful to the player. It should feel awesome. It should feel like kind of like a horror film. Depending upon the caliber of your weapon, it can actually change. It's almost like sculpting the skin of the Zed itself, and it will push it in deeper and you'll get bigger holes. You can have big chunks like taken out of different sections of the Zed, and it will start exposing the internal gore.
When you see it, you should be like, oh shit, that was wild, and not like, oh shit, I'm gonna be sick.
Being able to see the damage impact from your bullets, blood painting throughout the world.
In Killing Floor 3, you play as a member of Nightfall, an elite team of specialists with their own set of upgradable skills and weapons. Players will have access to Killing Floor 3's entire weapon arsenal, regardless of the specialist they play as.
People always wanted the ability to customize their weapons.
We're really excited for people to get their hands on Killing Floor 3 because now we have a fully integrated mod system for all of our arsenal of weapons.
We wanted to add a layer to it where you can go, yeah, I really like this weapon. I just wish it had this sort of scope or this and this.
You can take that shotgun and make it play the way you want to play.
We'll build up, this huge set of options for people over time.
You can have different magazines. We've got different types of weapon ammo. We got different types of sights, barrels that will affect the spread, hand grips that can adjust recoil. We even have the ability to change the inner components within the weapon so we can make them shoot faster or slower.
Mr. Foster is coming back, not as Mr. Foster himself, but a clone of Mr. Foster. So he's our commando.
When I play commando, I like to actually go precision based. So I'll mod out my assault rifles to have a slower fire rate but do higher damage. And then I'll also pick off-perk weapons from Sharpshooter. That way, in the later waves, I'm able to stand toe-to-toe with the Skrakes and the Flesh Pounds and actually help the team out in that way.
I really enjoy playing Mr. Foster or Commando. I like using a lot of the assault-style weapons. I know on certain waves, if I'm getting hit with a certain type of enemy, that using shotguns from the engineer will be incredibly helpful. So having that ability to go off perk and to adapt to the challenge that's happening, it's really rewarding as a player. Each specialist has a unique gadget that they can use.
You're running low on ammo, there's a ton of Zeds coming at you, and you can just trigger that gadget, little drone comes out and just obliterates all the Zeds.
This really unlocks creativity and freedom that our community has always hoped for and dreamed for and would expect from Killing Floor 3. We really can't wait to see what the community does with the specialist, off-perking, the mod system, and skills to come up with stuff that we never even thought of yet.
We're building these horror dystopian worlds that we want people to spend thousands of hours in, so it needs to be entertaining.
We want to have this game be a celebration of blood, something that's not going to disgust players, but actually make them excited and like, oh yeah, I got a head pop.
It's almost like a piñata of violence and gore.
And you're actually laughing and crying with laughter when you're losing. You know, that's always one of the fun things for me with Killing Floor, is that it's almost as much fun to lose as it is to win.